Have you noticed that the more you react to everything around you, the more drained you feel? Every argument, every explanation, every attempt to keep the peace seems to leave you a little emptier than before. It's like handing out pieces of yourself until at the end of the day, you don't even recognize what's left. The moment you stop reacting, everything changes. Most people don't realize how much of their energy they hand out every single day. A quick reply here, a rushed explanation there, agreeing to something you didn't want to do, smiling when you felt like breaking. Piece by piece, you trade away your own power until all that's left is exhaustion. And at the end of the night, you wonder, why do I feel so empty? It's not because you gave too little. It's because you gave to the wrong places. Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us in others can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves." Sit with that. When your silence makes someone panic, when your distance makes them lash out, what is really being revealed? It isn't you. It's them. Their dependency on your reactions, their fear of losing control. From the time you were small, you were trained to be endlessly available, always polite, always helpful, always quick to answer. But that isn't virtue. That's captivity. And captivity feels like virtue only because the world rewards obedience. But availability makes you predictable, and predictable things become tools. People learn to press your buttons when they want comfort, when they need validation, when they crave distraction. They use you as an emotional vending machine, and then they walk away. But you are not a button. You are not a vending machine. You are not a shelf item people can take down and put back when they're done. You are presence itself. And presence commands respect only when it is not on tap for everyone all the time. Silence is not weakness. Withdrawal is not defeat. They are signals of sovereignty. The moment you stop reacting on demand, the mask others put on you begins to crumble. And in that moment, they realize something terrifying. They never really knew you at all. Yes, you will lose people. Some will call you cold, some will call you distant, some will label you difficult. But what you are actually losing are not people, but roles. Roles you were forced to play to keep the peace. Roles that drained your soul. And when those roles are gone, something much more powerful appears. Your essence, your clarity, your peace. Silence terrifies people who depend on your chaos, because your silence breaks their script. They don't know how to control someone who no longer reacts. They don't know how to manipulate someone who no longer explains. They don't know how to provoke someone who simply breathes and watches. For them, your silence is a threat. For you, it is a rebirth, a return to your own center, a power that cannot be borrowed, drained, or stolen. So ask yourself, how much longer will you keep bleeding energy into defending, explaining, and pleasing? How much longer will you let others tug your strings like a puppet? How much longer will you let them write the script of your life? Carl Jung called this journey individuation, the process of becoming whole. It is not about perfection. It is not about looking untouchable. It is about integration, welcoming every part of yourself into the light. Your fears, your shame, your anger, your neediness. Because once you embrace them, no one else can weaponize them against you. Think about it. If you've already made peace with your fear of being rejected, how can rejection hurt you anymore? If you've already sat with your shame, how can anyone shame you again? If you've already faced your loneliness, how can being alone ever break you? This is what real immunity looks like. Not building thicker walls, but shining a brighter light inside. And here's the paradox. When you stop being available to everyone, you actually become more valuable. Because what is rare is respected. What is abundant is ignored. Your absence will be noticed more than your constant presence ever was. So, pause here with me. Imagine what your life would feel like if you stopped rushing to explain yourself. Imagine what would shift if you didn't reply right away. Imagine what would change if you could look at a manipulative person and give them nothing but silence. That silence would speak louder than 1,000 words. That silence would rewrite the entire relationship. That silence would set you free. You are not here to play someone else's script. You are here to write your own. When you stop being predictable, you stop being controlled. When you stop being endlessly available, you stop being forgettable. When you stop being reactive, you finally become unforgettable. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments by writing, "I choose my peace." Let's see how many of us are ready to step into this transition together. And don't stop here. The next video will take you even deeper. See you there.